Right guys, welcome to Wednesday the 27th of May. Don't know if you can see it, mirror. There's so big behind me. She's a monster. Oh, it's actually that. I've just come through a gate. I'm just starting to move some gear around a bit more. Obviously there's a bale sledge on the back of that. So we're in Summit Blue, so we're in the T5, and all I can see is that, and if I pull up square, not very much. My mirrors aren't wide enough. So yeah, just pulling all this gear into the field to try and get a little bit sorted out, and do a Yui. One of the brakes on this trailer is actually locked up when I set off. I mean, I've only dragged it, what, 100 yards? It's only come from over there through that paddock, but it's not been moved for probably 10 months. That's how long she's actually turning on that wheel. So yeah, she locked one of those wheels up, so I've just basically farmer styled it, just drove it, and luckily she's pulled off, so happy days. What you'd have to do as well when you're on this is watch your back window. If you're not careful, she'll have it. Well, I don't know if you weren't here last year. Let me turn this off. Oh, getting old. If you weren't here last year, put an extension on this drawbar. The lad that had it before me had it on a Nash, an Odd International, and the wheels must have been slightly further forward because it's a really short drawbar, so that corner there used to clip, especially on the MB. So yeah, we still haven't got anywhere with this, still no floor on it. So what we do have are these bits of wood, so when we put conventional bales on, you have two stretchers and then a header, sorry, two headers and a stretcher, and these just pretty much sit nicely where the bales go. So we need to have her off, quick check over it. The only major bit will be this bit again, and see she's just cracking up. Really wants a new one putting on at some point, as usual when I get time. So yeah, we'll see if my welds have held up here as well. Yeah, they're horrid, aren't they? But yeah, she should be alright for another year. So big rake's up now, that nicely fitted through well the driveway and the rest of it. Still not quite right with the steering. Don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the linkage on the tractor that's a little bit wonky or a bit more flexing it or what, but well, she's ready to go. I do need to do that spare tyre as well. It's as flat as a fart. That. So that needs to come off, be repaired. But yeah, she's about done. Grease her up, and we should be alright for this year. Still got to get the mower out, or both mowers out, and the hay bob, just to check them over, grease them up, and that should be alright. The John Deere baler, I've got one job to do on it, which was retighten the clutch pack. This winter was so wet I couldn't bother doing it, so we'll have to do it when we draw it out. It just needs adjusting so that it actually slips when it's supposed to and doesn't slip when it's not supposed to. So, but yeah, it's this field's horrid. You can see, I don't know if you can just see the sheens. There's a little bit of a sheen over there, a bit over there where the seed head's coming out. They've started popping out now. This has probably got about another 3 or 4 weeks yet before the rest of it comes up, but I don't know what the plan is. To be honest, I think I'd just mow it all off as it is, just drop it and leave it. But we'll see what Bossman says. Otherwise, we're definitely going to need that. Probably up to 8 metres wide. I'd probably go in the hay bob as well over the top of it to try and draw out the swathing a bit more. But oh, look at that! Oh, somebody's dumped some rubbish in the field. Right, seriously, people, stop dumping stuff in my field. Really annoying. Look at that. Look at the state of it. That's a right pile of crap. The things that people dump around here is ridiculous. Oh, it's got nearly 2 flat tyres as well. Right, okay, time to fess up. I bought myself a baler. So, yeah. I picked this up cheap enough anyway. Funny enough, it needs a bit of work on it. A bit of tin worm in it as well. Right, down there. And bit of a drainage hole. A few more little drainage holes. Maybe a new leg to put on. Oh, and yeah, the guard. But I do know this actually runs. This has been at a mate's of mine's. In fact, it's a lad, yeah, mate of mine's. It's the lad that did the sandblasting for me and the painting of the MB. Before that, it came from another mate of mine who's an engineer. Well, actually, it didn't come from him, it came from his neighbour, but my mate was running it. So it does have a history of baling. So we do know she works. That was about 3 or 4 years ago. But all knotters are all intact. Chains are a bit tight, funny enough. So yeah, just have to sort that out really. We shouldn't be far off. Yeah, very much more I can say about that. Just wants a damn good tidy up. And if you haven't seen it, it is a class constant as well. So these, I think, at 70s makes, or 70s model. But yeah, so yeah, we'll see how we get on with that, he says. Right guys, I'm going to leave it there, jump back in that old girl and get carried on. Right, I'll catch you later. Cheers, bye.